We've got shared experiences throughout our uni journey, but also very different experiences because we did do different degrees.
Yeah. Brogan's like the last minute, gets it done like the night before, as I'm like the planner. Even going through school, we're both very different learners.
We grew up in Adenza Park, which is near Abbotsbury, Cecil Hills. When Mum and Dad bought our land, it was actually still a farm. So that was in the mid 80s, I think.
Yeah.
So it was a really young suburb then, but it's just absolutely exploded now.
Yeah, it's completely changed.
Yeah, totally changed.
We got early admission as well. Before we got our results, we got an offer into Western Sydney before we got our ATAR. I think the same day we got an email or something that we both had gotten in.
I think one of the key things for us as well is like we're really proudly Western Sydney born and bred. We really wanted to stay true to where we were from. I think it's good to have a university that caters to our community.
I remember when I first finished uni, there were just so many of us that had completed a teaching degree. I was a bit overwhelmed. It was like there was an influx of teachers and there wasn't enough work. So I ended up at Bonnyrigg Heights, did a year there, and then I've been there 7 years now. I had amazing mentor teachers. And then it just worked out that my mentor teacher remembered me and they asked him for like feedback on how I'd gone, and it was all great feedback, and then they gave me work. I did a couple of internships that I got through uni. So I was at Women's Day interning for about 12 months, I think. Yeah, ABC.
Yeah, I was at ABC for I think just over a month.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to be at SBS for a short period of time as well. Because I did all of those internships, I then realised I actually don't want to be a journalist.
Yeah.
I work for Transport for New South Wales, which is one of the biggest New South Wales government agencies at the moment. I was in a media team for almost 6 years. And it was very much like a newsroom vibe. It felt very much like being back in a newsroom. And I think I've transferred those skills to a more strategic and corporate role now. I think it's having that shared experience, and I think that's a lucky thing we've had our entire lives.
Because it was overwhelming. Starting uni was so nerve-wracking, and when we first started, we didn't even have a license.
No.
So we getting public transport. I was like, I'd rather not do that alone, so we could go together.
What sets Western Sydney apart from other unis is I actually think the teaching staff genuinely care. They care about the outcomes for their students. They care about what your future's going to look like. Like I had this one particular lecturer, so Dr. Asha Chand, who's still with Western Sydney today, and she's just amazing. And I think if she wasn't there, and Barbara Ailison, who was there when I was doing my degree, if I didn't have them there, I definitely would have dropped out.
I loved the social aspect of uni.
Yeah.
I've made so many friends through going to Western Sydney University that I'm still friends with now. Like we're still in contact, and I still see them, and that's what I loved about it. Like I did love going there to learn, and I got a lot out of it, but a lot of all of my friends, we loved going and being social and going to the bar and going to lunch on our lunch break. We could go down to Penrith Westfield and get some lunch and come back, and that was my big thing, the social aspect of it.
I had a discussion with my mum, and I said, well, what would you say? And one of the key things was to be really open-minded.
Yeah.
That's one of the key things she said to us, be really open-minded.
You've got to accept everyone for who they are.
Yeah, accept everyone for who they are. Take on any challenge that's given to you. So don't say no. Yeah.
Don't hide. Make sure they know you have a voice. Stand out, shine, basically. That's what we were always taught to do.
Yeah.
And it's worked.
Yeah, and always ask for opportunities.
Yeah.
Because the worst someone can say to you is
no.
No. Or no, thank you, not this time.